Question number 1. Consider the following fundamental rights: freedom of speech and expression, freedom of assembly, right against exploitation, equality before law. How many of the above are considered to be the source of the right to protest? Okay. Here option 1, freedom of speech and expression, it is correct. Freedom of assembly, yes, it is uh, can be considered, it can be considered under the right to protest. But right against exploitation, equality before law, no, they are not correct. So B will be the answer, because the right to protest is not an explicit right under the fundamental rights. It can be derived from the rights like Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause A, the right to free speech and expression, that transforms into the right to freely express an opinion on the conduct of the government. Hence, option 1 is correct. Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause B, the right to form association enables challenging government decisions collectively. Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause C, the right to peacefully assemble allows people to question and object to acts of the governments by demonstrations, agitations, and public meetings, to launch sustained protest movements. So, option 2 is correct. Here, option 1 is correct, option 2 is correct. So, B will be the answer. But Article 14 Article 14 stipulates that within the territory of India, the state cannot withhold equality before the law or equal protection of the laws for any individual. The concept of equality before law is of British origin, while the concept of equal protection of laws has been taken from the American Constitution. The concept of equality before the law connotes the absence of any special privileges in favor of any person, the equal subjection of all persons to the ordinary law of the land administered by ordinary law courts. No person, whether rich or poor, high or low, official or non-official, is above the law. And right to protest is not primarily derived from the right to equality before the law. Hence, option 4 is also incorrect. Mm, the right against exploitation. Um, the detailed provisions related to this particular right contained in Article 23 to 24 of the Constitution serve as a bulwark against various forms of exploitation. Together, they ensure the protection of individuals' rights and dignity, and uphold the principles of social justice. Right to protest. So, right to protest is not derived from the particular right, like right against exploitation. Hence, option 3 is also incorrect. So, B is the correct answer. 1 and 2 are correct only. Okay, question number 2. With reference to Enforcement Directorate, consider the following statements. Its director is appointed under the provision of Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. It works under the Ministry of Home Affairs. I don't think both of them are correct. They are incorrect. Statement 1 is incorrect because the Enforcement Directorate (ED) is a multidisciplinary organization mandated with the investigation of money laundering and violations of foreign exchange laws. On 1st May 1956, when an enforcement unit was formed in the Department of Economic Affairs, which was entrusted with handling exchange control law violations under the Foreign Exchange Regulation Act 1947, FERA 47. In the year 1957, this unit was renamed as Enforcement Directorate. So, mm, the Director of Enforcement Directorate is appointed as per the provisions of Central Vigilance Commission Act 2003, not the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. So statement 1 is incorrect, and statement 2 is also incorrect because enforcement directorate works under the Ministry of Finance. It is part of the Department of Revenue. It is responsible for fighting economic crimes in India and enforcing the economic laws like FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999, PMLA, Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002, and FEOA, Fugitive Economic Offenders Act 2018. So here D will be the correct answer, neither one nor two. Okay. So D will be the answer. 3. Madhav Menon Committee is associated with which of the following subjects? Okay. Here uh, options are privatization of Indian Railways, no. Reforms in banking sector, no. Revitalization of the Panchayati Raj institution, no. Reforms in India's criminal justice system, yes, it is correct. D will be the correct answer because the criminal laws, the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, and the Bharatiya Sakshi Sanhita got the Parliament's approval on December 21st, 2023. During the winter session and President's assent on December 25, 2023, um, Committee on Criminal Law Reforms, Ranbir Singh Committee, the Ministry of Home Affairs, through a notification dated May 4, 2020, constituted this committee to review the three codes of criminal law. Madhav Menon Committee on Reforms in the Criminal Justice System 2007. This committee drafted a national policy paper on criminal justice reforms in India, focusing on issues like witness protection, sentencing, and judicial administration. Malimat Committee, the committee officially known as the Committee on Reforms of Criminal Justice System, was appointed by the Government of India to review the criminal justice system in the country. The Justice J.S. Verma Committee. This committee was set up uh, after the Nirbhaya incident of December 2012. It submitted its recommendations on strengthening the laws to curb crimes against women. So, 3 D will be the correct answer. Madhav Menon Committee is associated with reforms in India's criminal justice systems. Question number 4. With reference to Ethics Committee of Parliament, consider the following statements. The first ethics committee was constituted under the provisions of Government of India Act 1935. No, I don't think it is correct, because ethics committee was constituted in Rajya Sabha in 1997, and in Lok Sabha in 2000. It enforces the code of conduct of members of parliament. It examines the cases of misconduct and recommends appropriate action. Thus, it is engaged in maintaining discipline and decorum in parliament. So, it is incorrect. And second, the ethics committee in the Lok Sabha consists of 30 members. Okay. But I don't think it is also correct. It is not correct. The ethics committee in the Lok Sabha, it consists of, I think, 15 members. Each of the two houses of parliament has an ethics committee. The ethics committee in Lok Sabha has 15 members. The ethics committee in Rajya Sabha has 10 members. The members of the Lok Sabha Ethics Committee are appointed by the Speaker for a period of 1 year. So, mm, both of them are incorrect, and here it is asking for which of the following are not correct. So, C will be the correct answer, both 1 and 2. Yes.